Hey guys, welcome to the show. Happy Halloween. Hopefully everyone's going to have a good night tonight. Eric, Neuro Panda, also known as Wario. We got Bowser right next to me. You got Kevin, Korkenstein 1, and then all the way over there, the one character no one cares about, Waluigi, sad face. Tony, Tony16. We're Super Button Bashers. And just let you guys know that this episode, even though you see us all in costume for the Halloween, this episode is actually brought to you by some of our buddies at Halloween Scream. So you guys make sure you check them out. I'll have the address and everything below. But you know, they have costumes, collectibles, professional makeup, masks, props, signed horror collectibles, Star Wars, Funko Pops, and lots of good stuff. So if you need anything last minute for Halloween, or if you need something year-round Halloween type of stuff, you know, there's crazy people like that. You just like to decorate anything. Or collectibles.
Or just randomly want to get, you know, nurse costumes and whips and...
That's true. There's a lot of that going around. But yeah, make sure you guys hit them up. Mention this YouTube channel. So mention Super Button Bashers is how you heard about them. And I believe you get 10% off. Because everyone wants to save on tax because California tax, let's just be real, it's ridiculous.
That's scary.
Yeah, it's very scary. Sorry. My mustache is falling off. But yeah, so it's Halloween. We're going to go ahead and kick this off for you guys. Hit that subscribe button if you like everything that you see and or hear. And yeah, so Halloween time is today. When this comes out, it's today. Or if you're watching this the next day. Yeah, it's the next day. But anyways, a lot, you know, it comes down to horror and Halloween. You know, we always think of gore. I mean, I do. I don't know, what's the first thing when you guys think of Halloween besides candy? Sorry, I'm fat, so I can say candy.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, definitely I think the horror movies are, like, a huge play. Like, I grew up watching, you know, back in the day, we watched a lot of different horror movies. Nightmare on Elm Street was always a classic, you know, Friday the 13th. It's just horror movies, always.
Was there anything like in particular that you would say would be your favorite, like it was growing up, or even like now as an adult?
Now as an adult, I used to love Nightmare on Elm Street. That was like my jam growing up. You know, you got Freddy Krueger there, you know, Wes Craven, all that. Yeah, now, I don't know, like, I love the Saw series. Well, the original Saw series was great.
The first one?
Yeah, the first one.
Were there, anyways.
16, I don't know.
Yeah, there's too many now.
And then they're rebooting it, aren't they?
Oh,
I
God.
think so.
Isn't there a 3D Saw movie?
I hope not.
I think there is a 3D one.
I think there's a 3D
Yeah, I think there's a 3D one. Imagine seeing that in 3D. Oh, here comes the blade.
Oh, that makes me so sad.
And
And then another one would be Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
good.
That's
classic.
always a good classic. I know they tried to reboot it and everything, but I don't know, the old versions are always great. And then this is a guilty pleasure, but the Leprechaun series.
Oh, I only like
Come
the
on.
first one
Oh, yeah.
with Jennifer Aniston. Wow.
I
I'm
just
just gonna do that like randomly.
I remember, like, the part where he gets drunk with the guy.
Oh
And
yeah.
he's like, they're like taking shots. And then he's like, there was once a man from Nantucket whose balls were made of fine brass. In heavy weather, they hang together, and sparks flew out of his ass. I was a kid, and I was like, that's the fucking greatest thing ever. And
Beautiful.
to this day, I still have it memorized.
Oh Jesus! I was like, I could tell. I wouldn't have remembered that. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
Leprechaun came out a long time ago.
That was a long...
I remember having it on VHS and like watching it.
I'm a poet.
Yeah.
I'm a poet.
And then they jumped the shark when he went to space.
Nah, what about
Yeah,
when he went
that
to
was like the
what about when he
fourth
went to the hood?
The hood, I think.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Leprechaun in the Hood.
And there's 2 parts of that one, I think.
Oh, my God.
Back to the hood.
Man.
Yeah, so I mean, it's crazy. I mean, there's one. Can you think of, Tony? Like, is there any horror movies, slashers, or anything like that?
It would be like, yeah, like I said, it would be Freddy, all the Nightmare on Elm Streets, and I think the one I like the most is I think it's Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warrior. It just sounded like you were watching Double Dragon or something. It had all this because I think in that one, like, the kids actually learned how to fight back in that one, and so like they were using their dreams to basically like fight back with Freddy Krueger. But that one was like completely slapstick because I think one of the guys was like he was into comic books, and in his dream he's fighting Freddy Krueger and he turns into a superhero, and then Freddy Krueger turns into like all buff and superhero and just like rips him apart. So it was pretty crazy. And then I remember once like, yeah, there's a scene where I think it's that one where the guy's like flying. And then Freddy Krueger gets on like an arcade stick, and he's right there like on the sticks, like shooting at.
Oh Jesus! Would you say he was button bashing?
He was bashing the buttons.
Ooh, Freddy Krueger, the original super button basher.
Probably hard to like play though
with the claws. He's like
claws,
tap 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 tap. Now thinking about those ones, did you guys ever watch like when they made New Nightmare, like when they revamped it again? Where I guess it was I forgot what's her name, like the girl in the movie. From Nightmare on Elm Street. Nah. She's like grown up. She has like the little boy now, and then she goes and like fights him in the boiler room.
That was like that was a trippy one because it was a movie based on rebooting Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, because they wanted to remake it.
But like they were remaking it, but then somehow they were remaking it. The bad juju around it was actually making it real. So it was like it was like the inception of horror movies.
Yeah, that's a good way to see it.
It was a horror movie inside of a horror movie.
What a twist!
Inside of a horror movie.
What a twist!
I mean, like. I think growing up watching that stuff because, like, you know, I mean, yeah, I watched, like, Disney or whatever, but I was always half a fan of watching that stuff because my brothers would force me to watch the horror, and I would get kind of scared, but for me, it was more of, like, child's play, like watching the Chuckies.
Oh, yeah.
So that one was more of, like, I kind of could see that happening. Like, you know, if you have one of those dolls that's just going to come at you, that and, like, Puppet Master.
Well, not talking about the AI. He's talking about a mass killer that knows voodoo. Puts his soul into a doll.
Yes.
So I could see that
Thanks.
happening.
Yeah, so it's like something like that, you know.
That you do.
I don't know, Sigmund, and give me the power I beg of you. It's like trying to like summon lightning like these Thor. Get out of here.
I do that when it's in the morning and I have a coffee. The power I beg of you.
You gotta have your amulet, your medallion. But yeah, so like, you know, that was one that would actually kind of scare me because, you know, like they go around corners and stuff like that, and you know, it was based off in a little apartment. So you would think about it, like, you would kind of set that into your own home environment where, you know, if you, like, imagine if you're walking on a corner. And especially, like, where I lived when I was growing up, our house, you know, you walked in, we had this big living room, we had a dining room, kitchen, like another spare room. But there was a door to the left that was a long hall. And when you looked to the left, it was a long hall to my parents' room. And you looked to the right, it was a long hall to me and my brother's room. And then the bathroom was in the middle, closet, and a light. But if you stood on one end of the hall and you looked down and it was dark, come on, being like 5-6 years old, you're just like, fuck. And that's like, you know, being Hispanic, you got introduced to like the cucuy and, you know, the chupacabra and, you know, La Llorona and all that stuff. So that's some fucked up stuff to deal with when you're a kid, man. Especially in a dark hallway, you're just like, can't do it.
I think my favorite part. So I always took out the funny parts in these horror movies. So when you talk about Chucky, I remember it's after he gets the cigarette burn, and he goes in the elevator, and he's like sitting there in the elevator. I think because he couldn't reach the buttons. Mm-hmm. So the old lady goes in there and she pushes the button, and she's looking at the doll and she's all creeped out by it. And then she leaves the elevator. She's like, "What an ugly dog, ugly doll." Mm-hmm. And as the elevator's going out, you hear Chucky, "Fuck you."
Chucky don't play that.
I would always love. I was like, damn. And then like I always thought it was badass. Like I don't know. Like I think Chucky started hardcore bands because every time he attacked, he was like, "No!" Like I thought of like. So I watch it now. And when he like jumps on her back, he's like, "Oh!" Like
picture a microphone,
like just a heavy breakdown, like.
And then you're gonna see Andy in the back two-stepping, right? Mom, let him keep going. Start throwing the arms and stuff like that. Getting down, picking up the change in the apartment.
But yeah, all the Chucky movies were good. Like the one where he went to military school and he's all.
The third one. Well, the second one creeped me out though, because that's when he had the doll factory. So it's like, you know, that was just wild to see. But no, yeah, I like the third one too.
The second one, yeah, the second one, and then the third one is where after they burned him in the doll factory, they like grabbed him, and then when they grabbed this lump of like Chucky goo, his blood went into the other one, and that's how they.
Yeah. Because then she started getting a little bit too crazy with those ones. Like they had the Bride of Chucky.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen them do like.
I don't think those are canon.
No, they can't be, man.
The cult of Chucky.
Because even like the cult, there's the seed of Chucky, that ugly ass looking Bill Burr doll.
Yeah. I don't.
Hi, Bill Burr.
Yeah, I don't think like the whole like thing where they were like he started getting like weird stitches and shit. Like I'm like that doesn't like.
Yeah, you can tell they were trying to go a little overboard with
Yeah,
it.
but I felt like the military school one was the cool one because like when they were doing the war games and the paintball and he started replacing the paintball rounds with like real rounds,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, that's pretty crazy. And then like when he's watching the kid make out and he's like, damn, I gotta get out of this body.
All this plastic when I need wood.
Oh,
Hey.
Yeah, like there's just so many classic movies. I mean, even the old school movies like The Fog. I don't know if you guys ever seen that.
Is that the one where they're in the market? Or is that The Mist?
No, I think that's like The Mist. That was like the
Stephen
I don't know if
King
it was like a
was up there,
remake or something like that. This is like an old classic. I can't remember if it was like black and white, but I remember my dad, because I used to love it, and he was like, you don't know scary movies. He's like, this is what we grew up on. And I was like terrified. It wasn't even gory. It was like shadows. Like shadows scared me. Like the way that they did it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was just so thriller and just so unknown. But it's an old movie. If you get a chance, give it a watch. It's pretty creepy.
Now, would you guys say, like, okay, like, let's say horror now. Because for me, I've never been a fan of the jump scare ones. Like, oh, we're just kind of trying to, like, scare you like that. For me, it's more of, like, how they actually interpret, like, the scariness of it. Like The Shining. Like, The Shining, that was, like, mentally, something that could happen. Like, that's such a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
But then, I don't know, like, when it comes down to Halloween, I also think about Universal Monsters and stuff like that, too. I don't know if you guys ever got into Universal Monster movies. Like, Dracula, Frankenstein, and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. You guys ever dabble in a little bit of those? Because, I mean, like I said, I love slasher films. I mean, we could go all day with slasher films. Like I said, there's Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Saw, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street.
I don't like the Saw movies. I'm just going to state that.
The newer ones. The first one was pretty good.
The first one? Okay.
What about Halloween?
Okay. Halloween?
On Halloween.
Okay, what about the Halloween movies that are, like, non-canon?
Which ones?
Like
the
everything
Rob
after
Zombie one?
No, because there's Halloween. There's the first Halloween, and then
there's 2, 3.
There's like 3, 4, 5, 6.
H2O.
The H2O.
No, H2O's canon.
H2O is supposed to be part 2. Like it's supposed to be part 2 because it's supposed to take place after Halloween 1. But there's like Halloween 3 where like somehow like this little girl gets possessed by Michael Myers. I remember watching. I was like, this is so weird. Like.
But did you guys actually like the Rob Zombie one though? I like the first one.
I don't think I've seen it yet.
The first one I liked. The second one I couldn't get into, but the first one I liked because it was his dark version of Michael Myers.
Okay, I thought it was good. But...
Yeah, like the way he like I said, the beginning, how he became that killer, like that evolved from him. And like if you guys haven't seen it, come on, you guys should have seen this already. Wait, you guys seen it, right? You haven't seen it.
I don't think so. I think I might have a long time ago, but I can't remember.
But it's like when he's a kid, he dresses up as a clown and stuff
like
that.
Yeah, I remember seeing it.
And what he does is wipes out the family.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, come on, dude. Like, that, and like the angles that he would use when, like, his sister's crawling, a lot of little stuff like that for videos always caught my eye. But I'm trying to think what else is there. Hellraiser.
Oh, Hellraiser's a classic.
And that's one of those, that's like a hentai type of horror. That's what they can think of.
It is. All those things.
It's very like bondage type of
bondage,
stuff.
Like, do you like pain?
Say it again.
Do you like pain?
I just wanted to do it.
I don't know what the box represented though. I mean, it was supposed to be like hell.
Isn't it supposed to be like Pandora's box or something like that?
Pandora's box of love.
Yeah. I mean, how awkward that'd be? Yeah, if he was like, "Do you like pain?" and she's like, "Yes, Daddy." He's like, "Oh."
Like you're supposed to say no.
The force choke.
I mean, I'm trying to think what else is there like. Horror.
There was always, I mean, the very first Evil Dead series, like, that was supposed to be horror, but it was so bad that people thought it was comedy that they kind of ran with it.
With the Army of Darkness, right?
With and then they redid Evil Dead 2 was the first one remade, but as a comedy.
Well, yeah, because Evil Dead 2, they made that, and then they went with Army of Darkness.
And then Army of Darkness, yeah, because the first one was so bad. as a horror film, but it worked so well, I guess, as a comedy that they just reshot it as a comedy.
Well, the renew one that they did for the first one was fucking gory. Like, that thing was brutal.
That's pretty great.
I remember watching that one. I think they're trying to remake it again. I'm just like, just leave it, man.
No, I like the remake of it.
You know, they consider Scream to be one of them, like with the I can't think of her name.
Naomi.
Was
it Naomi Campbell?
Neve Campbell.
Neve, there you go.
Like
Neve
that.
Campbell.
We might be wrong. But I'm just
Part of the five.
Courtney Cox, I think, was in it too.
Yeah, David Arquette.
Yeah, David Arquette.
But yeah, that's supposed to be considered like a very well done, like slasher.
I think it's because it was made by
Wes Craven.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I think he had a hand in that.
I mean, I did like that movie. It was pretty
I
interesting.
think his name's Ghostface.
Yeah.
Is that the killer's name?
What's your favorite scary movie?
Don't have to get confused with Ghostface Killer.
Yes, let's clarify that right now. But I mean, like it's pretty cool though. You know, I mean, I want to say Halloween's my favorite holiday because I love all this gory stuff. I usually try to do haunted houses. I've done one where it was a cannibalism theme. Oh, Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh yeah,
that's a rare one.
That's an old classic.
I always remember that.
Amazing Universal for that.
I think they do. Yeah, I actually have the fat one's outfit because I'm fat. I actually have that outfit and his helmet. I mean his mask and stuff. I use that to scare kids outside of my house on Halloween. That one's fun. There was one time I was doing it because if you walk into my house, there's like a little doorway, I guess. Mm-hmm. It's like a closet room, whatever. Anyways, so I was just sitting there. And I'm just in a chair, and I have a bowl of candy, and I just have a sign that says, "Please only take one." And, so I'm like enclosed into this room, and I have black trash bag and just a red light and strobe light on me. So it looks like I could be real or I could be fake. So a lot of times people will be walking up, and it's a long walkway to get to my door, so they'll walk up, and they'll be looking like, he's not real. You hear people, oh, no, he's real. No, he's not real. And I would try to kind of hold my breath so, you can't see me breathing. And I was standing there, and one guy goes, man, he's not real, watch. He can't scare me. And he comes up, grabs a candy. I was like, I'm not real. And I jumped at him. And he dropped his candy and booked it. He was hanging out all these girls trying to act all tough. And the girls are dying laughing. And I couldn't stop laughing. And then my parents are in the other room cracking up. And then my dad's like, so this is what you like to do for Halloween? I was like, pretty much. I like to fucking scare people. But yeah, I mean, anything else for Halloween, you guys? I know this is not going to be a long one, guys. It's a special Halloween one. We even got dressed up for you guys. And
favorite candy?
Ooh, that's good candy. Favorite candy. Favorite candy and favorite chocolate.
So there are two different things.
Yeah, don't you dare put those in the same category. Who wants to start?
I like Reese's. That's my favorite chocolate.
That's an excellent one.
Now, what kind? Cups? Pieces?
Honestly, I like the eggs one. The Easter, the Reese's Easter.
Those are actually pretty good.
Well, the pumpkins are kind of the same thing, but they're just for this time.
Okay.
I think it's because maybe they're thicker.
They're thicker and they're
Mm-hmm.
smoother for some reason. There's some smooth peanut butter in there.
Candies.
Favorite candies? I don't know what type of. I don't know. I think a candy.
Do you want to get back to you?
Maybe Nerds?
Yeah, Nerds are good.
Nerds, yeah.
Nerds for nerds. Mm-hmm. You got you.
I would have to say, for chocolate, Reese's is pretty good, but I've always been partial to Three Musketeers. That's always
that soft nougaty center.
That nougat center.
What is nougat? Is it man-made? Is this a man-made material?
What is nougat? We'll have to look up that.
I
have no idea.
Every time I would bite into that in the Milky Way, I was like, chocolate? Milky Way is the alternate timeline of Three Musketeers.
Baby Ruth?
Baby Ruth. You guys remember that?
Baby. I just remember it from the Goonies.
Baby Ruth?
Okay, so...
candy, yeah, sorry.
Candy.
Start talking about what is nougat.
What is nougat?
Baby, don't hurt me.
Baby, don't nougat. No. Go ahead.
Now I totally forgot what my favorite candy. I would say probably anything gummy. I love gummy bears, gummy worms. They even have this chamoy gummy bear at this theater that's down the street.
Damn, you going Hispanic.
Yeah, dude, it's so good. But yeah, pretty much most gummy stuff is like my jam.
I'd have to go with the Reese's too. Like Reese's just right off the back. Even though like, it's kind of weird. I like the Hershey's cookies and cream.
Those are good.
That,
Little
like,
white bars.
yeah, those ones are pretty good. But candy, probably Sweet Tarts. Or not Sweet Tarts, Smarties.
Ooh, Smarties.
Ooh, the Smarties. You know, I like
Those
to
are
just
old school.
chop it up and
Yeah.
I mean,
quick
chop
line.
it up and just take them. Yeah. Don't snort lines of Smarties, kids. And make sure to always check your candy, too.
What's the dipstick one? Where you like tear it open and you get that
It was
stick?
dipstick or fun stick. I guess
Oh, the
they
Fun
called
Sticks?
it. Yeah.
Fun stick?
You just like putting that stick in your
They're probably
mouth,
not called. They're probably not called fun sticks anymore.
because they're not that fun. They're just
Yeah.
gonna call them sugar sticks.
Like I could just imagine someone offering someone some fun stick.
Yeah. You want
Hey man,
some, you want some fun stick,
Look at some of
kid?
that fun stick. Someone like, I can't believe you said that.
It's a fun stick. It has powder you gotta dip it in.
Thank God we're not at a supermarket. I didn't ask you for.
What about Tootsie Rolls? You guys ever get into Tootsie Rolls?
just the song?
Tootsie Roll.
To left, to left,
Hey,
to
yeah.
right, to right, to right. We should
Um,
remake that with these costumes
Oh,
on.
God.
Now dip, baby, dip. Come on there, dip, baby.
yeah, like I don't know, like sticky, like the stuff that's like very like sticky that gets stuck in your teeth, kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
That's the hard part.
Yeah.
You know, like I can't get because like most of the time I'm sitting there and I'm like,
It's all sticking to your teeth.
yeah,
and
it's
stuff,
just it seems more annoying if anything than delicious.
yeah, fuck this.
Sorry, we just said the hardest part. I got the 98-degree song stuck in my
Oh
head.
Jesus.
So now I've started thinking in my head. It's the hardest thing I ever do.
Yeah, I think that's time to call it
To
finish.
show no emotion when I got sticky teeth.
So we'll end it with 98 degrees, guys. But yeah, I mean, I say we just wrap this up. A nice short episode for you guys.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it, guys. So, you know, if you guys enjoy everything that we talk about, you know, whatever we do, we're going to hopefully get some more skits out there for you guys. We got some ideas, but hopefully, guys, like I said, enjoy it. Subscribe. Hit the little bell so that way you guys get alert every time, you know, we decide to...
Trying to get it right.
Show.
Well, yeah, you just went cholo.
What? El Waluigi.
Hey, why?
Hey, wow.
Hey, why? look at a cop that likes other cops.
Who wants a mustache ride?
I want one. I want one.
I do.
I do. Okay, guys. Well, yeah, you know, have a safe Halloween.
Okay,
you know, I know. Have a safe Halloween out there. Get a lot of candy. Scare a lot of kids and adults and the teenagers that think they're tough, because those are the best ones to scare. Check your candies. Make sure there's no vatos in there. And that's pretty much it, guys. I think we're good. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe. Take glow sticks, and that's it. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.